Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I will be working further in my fall journal. So we'll just go ahead and get started. If you watched my previous video, I showed you all the papers that I picked out to use on this. So let's just get started and figure out what we're going to do. So I'm starting off by taking my papers and measuring them, trying to figure out how tall and how wide to make them. So these papers were already pre-folded in the box, so I needed to change and match the size, the height to my actual cover that I made. These ended up being about 9 3/4 tall, each of my signatures. And then I had cut them down, and I think, yeah, I made each page 10 inches wide, so when it folded, they were 5 inches by 9 3/4. And now I'm just going to be cutting some pockets to go on the pages, well, on this page anyway. The scrapbook paper I'll be using for my signature covers, and I will have 3 signatures in this journal. So I just go through each page and add my pockets and attach them with the paper clips, because I'll be taking all of these pages over to my sewing machine and sewing on the pockets, sewing on embellishments and things like that. On the signature page, I'm going to use the leftover strips for belly bands on each side of, like on the outside of the signature. Trying to decide which paper I want to use. And I'm cutting that down to the 9 3/4. And then cut it to, well, I'm folding it in so that that has a little side tuck instead of cutting it to 10 inches. And then I'm going to add a horizontal belly band on the outside of this one. And then on the other side, I will add a little pocket down at the bottom, and I will combine the two. So it's like a double layer, and I'll sew those together. So there are my 3 signature covers. Now I'm just going to pull my papers and fold them and cut them to size if they need to be. First, I like to just fold them in half, and then I'll go through and trim them all to the height that they need to be. Just pulling the paper clips out of this little book. This was the cutest little fall book. That way I don't need to sew at the spine there. I can just stick the pages into the signatures just like that. And I don't even think I need to trim these, because I think folded in half, or I may need to trim a little bit off the sides. I'm not sure. So this page has a winter scene on the back, so I decided to use some one-sided scrapbook paper, and I'll just cut it down, use that on the inside. I didn't like that piece because I couldn't figure out how I wanted it to go. I don't think I ended up using that. Maybe I did. And I'll do the same like I did the other piece where I'm covering up that other side because it's not relating to Thanksgiving or to fall. And I'll do the same with this one as well because the other side was not a fall page, or there wasn't anything fall on there. This is a sticky paper, so I'm not sure. I don't think I used that. I love this vellum. Absolutely love it. I wish I had more of it. So now I'm just going to take each of my papers and cut them down to the 9 3/4. And then I'll paper clip the ones together that need to be paper clipped because I'll sew those together. When I'm cutting down my papers, I just look at the paper and make sure I'm not cutting something off on the back. You know, just cut the parts of the paper off or the pages off so that you're not messing up the image or whatever. And obviously these plain sheets, it doesn't really matter. But on the book pages, I generally just try and keep as much of, the image that I want to be shown on the pages on there. So I'll just trim a little bit off on each end until I have it the way I want it. All right, I have all my pages together. Now I'm going to sort them out. I'm going to divide them up between the 3 signatures, and then I'll just start building the signature pages. So I'm going to lay out my signature covers, and then I'll just start dividing out all the pages. I'll start with the book pages and make those an even amount, and then go to the plain pages. And at that point, I'll see if I need to add any more in or not. So now they're all an even amount, so I'll just go through and alternate with book page and plain page and book page and so on until I like how they're all laying together. If I need to trim some off on the width of them, then I'll do that as well at that time. And then the final signature, go ahead and layer everything like normal. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my trims and things. I like to sew trims not on every single page of my journal, but just on certain ones. So I'm cutting pieces of laces that I like. I also like to use some of the fabric on the cover, and I'll sew a ruffle on one of the pages. I like to use rickrack and any kind of trim that I can just sew on the side of a page, or sometimes I'll sew them horizontally on the page. So I have all of these that I pulled together. And I also like to use pom-pom trim. That's like one of my favorite trims to use. I will pull together the same amount of trims per signature and divide them out. And I usually like to have like a rickrack for each signature and then a piece of lace for each signature. And then I'll have a pom-pom trim and just kind of divide them throughout. So that middle signature, I need one more piece. So I have this ribbon that I cut. I'll scratch that. We're using this piece of ruffle that I already had, so I decided not on the other ribbon. So now I'm just going to go through and paper clip them to the pages. I like to space it out within the signature just to make it even throughout. Alternating colors and textures. I always add something to the front cover of the signature, and then I'll put them throughout the signature as well. And a rule of thumb is that you want to add it to a page that's not like real thin, that's going to tear real easy or is like too heavy for the paper. All right, so I took it over to my sewing machine and sewed all the trims and things together and all the pockets. So here's just kind of a quick flip through. So yeah, I think this is going to come together really well. If you want to see the remainder or the rest of this process, the next video I will be showing you how I sew it into the cover, and then I'll be stuffing it, and then it'll be up in my Etsy shop. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the final thing is when everything is all together, and I'm sure you are too. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.